12 now on this Wednesday morning. Almost hard to believe when you look outside and don't see any snow on the ground that a week from today is Christmas Eve. Traffic moving along very smoothly through downtown Grand Rapids. Well, it looks as though it's a parking lot, but really, believe it or not, the camera just froze. So these cars really aren't stopped in the middle of the highway, we promise. But we are looking. There we go. Hey, little gremlins getting in there. As you head out the door today, we are looking at sharply colder air settling in. So watch for some icy spots and icy patches around on some area roads, the sidewalks, the parking lots, the driveways could be a little slick in some spots. In terms of snowfall today, just a few flurries. No big snow event in sight for us, at least through the end of the week and into the weekend. But we do have some snow on the way for the middle of next week, which meteorologist Matt Kirkwood is going to outline for you coming up in just a few minutes. In the meantime, we're at or below freezing with our temperatures, and wind chills will likely hold in the teens and 20s all day today. So you can see on Storm Track Live radar a few scattered flurries around Greenville. Visibility has definitely improved significantly after all that low-level moisture and all of that fog that we have had as of late. Skies will be brightening up. Could see a few areas of sunshine today. Better chance we'll see some sunshine tomorrow with intervals of sunshine then right through the weekend. Northern Lower Michigan, the central and eastern part of the UP looking at snow, and in some places there will be some accumulation up north. So as we look at your Futurecast computer models for today, again, the clouds will likely be the dominant factor, but we will be looking at least the potential to see a few glimpses of sunshine today. Skies partially clear by daybreak tomorrow, and then during the day tomorrow will be a quiet and cold day with temperatures outside once again in the 30s. The rest of that Storm Team 8-day forecast, well, hey, finally an 8-day forecast that looks a little more like December ought to look, at least for the temperatures. And wait a minute. After all of the green and brown on the ground for the last couple of weeks, could that be snow showing up by the end of the 8-day forecast? Meteorologist Matt Kirkwood previewing that part of the weather story. Matt?
Well, thanks, T. Yeah, it looks like we're going to see. I want to first start out with a map of the United States and show you where the current snow cover is, because I think we're kind of at a low extent here anywhere east of the Mississippi River. There's a fair amount of good snowpack, and especially in the intermountain regions of the Rocky Mountains. There's some in the north central plains, but you can see the lack of snow basically from Michigan right down to the Gulf Coast. Not that they typically see, excuse me, much in the Gulf Coast region. But nonetheless, this map is going to change a lot, especially by, I would say, a week from now into the following weekend. Let's take a look at the snow out there right now. What we're expecting in terms of snow today, it looks like across UP, most of the snow, they already recorded about 4 to 6 inches of snow with the current system moving through up there in around the Marquette over towards the Houghton area. About 1 to 3 inches anywhere from, I would say, about US 10 northward. If you're along the Straits area, about 3 to 6 inches here. Grand Rapids, West Michigan, certainly less than an inch, probably just trace amounts at the very most. But the big story I wanted to point out, again, we're going to settle into a different pattern, a snowier, colder pattern next week. None of the forecast models agree essentially what's going to or how it's going to happen from Tuesday on. They're all over the place, but a couple of them agree that there's going to be a pretty good storm in and around the Great Lakes. Okay. Right around Christmas Eve, Christmas. Now, obviously, that'd be problematic for traveling. One of them has a bona fide blizzard over us. You know, again, they're not agreeing. We're not buying stock in that yet, but it's just a heads up. So this is kind of what we're looking at.
Yes, make your plans.
Get all your errands run, finish your shopping while conditions are still fairly quiet, even though the colder air settled in. Interesting note, Matt loves the snow so much. He's such an avid snowmobiler. He did a quick calculation about how much money these gas prices are going to save snowmobilers hauling their rigs up to the UP.
A lot of money.
Oh, good. Very good.
It all depends on how often you go. There's so many variables.
I was waiting for, like, you know, it's going to save you this much if you drive to music.
Well, we can figure it out if you, anyway.
Figure that out. How much money would you save if you're driving up to the UP to get to your snow
prices,
music? Okay, we'll look into that, all right? Anyway.
It's going to be several $100s, let's just say that.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice.